If I am drenched in rain, if I am drenched in rain while walking down that same old lane, if I am drenched in rain while walking down that same old lane, it does not mean I am insane, damn unworthy to gain. I'll try all over again. All my hurdles I'll drain and walk down that same old lane to prove myself and not just gain. Now, to clear the above content, here let me say, even if I am stopped by those situations, difficult ones, by following the same method, lane, and people or the society that are the hurdles, they start calling me insane, mental. It's not going to bother me. I'll still follow that same method, my lane, and this time to prove myself and not just gain. Good afternoon, all. Introducing myself, I am Gauri Srivastav, a 9th grade student residing in Lucknow, and yes, I am quite fond of writing. Expression brings beauty. Expression brings beauty. So here I am to express and impress. Let's see if I can. Here, I begin with my poem, The Voice of the Soul. This one is a frame which has a clicked photograph of the soul's euphonious voice. The heart beats the thoughts of the mind. The heart beats the thoughts of the mind. But what if the heart does not agree with the mind? Or what if they get struck in a turmoil? Or what if the sterling mind cheats the gullible heart? Then what? Where to go? Whom to seek? The voice of the soul. The voice of the soul speaks the most worthy role in times ecstatic and that of grief. It never leaves us as a single leaf. In heart's emotion and mind-guarded body motion, silent advices is its weapon, but you hear it no often. And when to be heard, it does speak, the sound tranquil and words sleek. To face adventures, it never stops, and unfortunately, in the way if you drop, and break up in fragments, in deep sighs of lament, and it is time for the days of gloom. It will be titanic, but soothe you to bloom. Like not the lotus, like not the rose, but the lotus, who besides in mud is a major focus. So, hear it all in one. It will help you in the lifelong run. Now, a question might arise that I face adventures, but I never get opportunities. Then let me tell you guys, opportunities are very arrogant as they never come easily until you work hard summoning them. And then while working hard for your adventures, you might be in a very confused state. Then I'll say, opportunities and adventures are quite mingled. No adventures, no opportunities. No opportunities, no adventures. Now one more write-up I would like to share. When the flakes of tear, when the shadow of fear you bear, don't lose and again gear, it's all clear. The destiny is very near. Now let me engross you all into one of the more write-ups, a reverie of my dreamy abstraction. One more poem, one more concept, one more expectations, but the thing that remains the same is the motive, my thoughts. It's never about the impossibilities. It's always about your strength. It's never about the scares of night. It's always about the passion of your light. It's never about the lies. It's always about the truth you reveal. It's never about the faced demoralization. It's always about the way you live your bliss. It is never about the faced demotion. It's always about the way you promote it. It is never about the amendments. It's always about the change you bring. It is never about the moans and hatred. It's always about the love you spread. It's never about the inspiration. It's always about how motivated you work. It's never about the similarities. It's always about how are you different. And lastly, it is never about the blue life. Blue here means the sad, the deserted life. It is never about the blue life. It is always about you be. It is always about you be or search for an oasis. So I'd like to say that instead of searching for an oasis in the desert, what is an oasis? An oasis is a relief in a desert. So instead of searching for an oasis, why don't you be one? Why don't you be an oasis for the motivation? So thank you very much. Have a nice day.